Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craw Park. Let's jump right on in. So today's video is going to be a three-part video. We're going to discuss earnings calendar, aka earnings season. We're going to talk about AMD and also Uber. All right, so first topic here is the earnings calendar. So as I've mentioned several times in previous videos, every quarter companies disclose their financial information for the previous quarter. And so because companies are disclosing that information, the stocks are going to move. It's going to be a great time for us to get in, make some money, and get back out. All right, so on my screen here, I have the earnings calendar for the for the week, from the 6th to the 10th. And so what I try to do is find companies that I am familiar with, and that's going to have that are going to have eyes on them. So, for example, today we have Levi and also Paychex. Those companies stood out to me. Yesterday, my wife is actually in it. My wife is actually invested in this company, XSPA. They had earnings yesterday, and then tomorrow we're going to have Bed Bath and Beyond and a few other stocks. So anyway, you get the idea. Thursday, Walgreens, so on and so forth. But getting back to today, okay. So a company that I was gonna pay special attention to today is Paychex. So let's get into the chart. Okay. So Paychex today had earnings. They actually gained 61 cent per share as far as earnings were concerned, but the market was not pleased. Now, some people, they go and read the reports. It's available online for free. Some people listen to the conference call. So as you can see, this blue bubble here indicates their earnings, and then this red bubble here indicates that they had a conference call proceeding. And that's always what happens. You always have your earnings released, and then an hour later or so, once people can go through and read the information, then you have the actual earnings call. For day traders and for those that are not trading fundamentals, we don't really care what that report says. It does not matter what they write or what happens. We want to know how the market thinks. So the market didn't like it, right? Even though, and I told you before, the market can be irrational. So even though they made money, right, 61 cent per share, the market was like, nope, I don't like it. Whatever you did that past quarter, I don't like it. And the market reflects that. So as you can see, for us, right, it's a great opportunity to go short, right? You have weakness. And as you can see, I'll zoom out for the entire day. You have a fade the entire day. So that means that if you shorted this stock at the open and did not look at it until 4 o'clock, you would have made, let's see what the drop is here. So it looks like we opened at, let's say, 77.50. It's like a low of $74. So basically $3.50. So for me, hey, whatever happened to Paychex today, I am so sorry for you, for your company, and those that are investing in the company long term. But for day traders and those that are trying to get quick movements, I mean, it's a great opportunity for us to get in, make some money, and get back out. So I'm going to show you that. Second topic is Uber. Okay, so yesterday I talked about Uber, and I talked about how they had great news. So they were acquiring a company, Grub? No. What was the company they were buying? Postmates. There we go. So they were buying Postmates. They're a company that does food delivery, such as Grubhub and DoorDash. So they're in that same space. And so Uber decided to purchase the company in its entirety for $2.65 billion. And so yesterday, when the market opened, Uber shot up. Excuse me, pre-market, but then when the market opened, it actually sold off. And so I want to actually show you that really quickly. So let's go back. So here's the big announcement. It happened, looks like Monday night. And so we have this giant move up, but then when the market opened, it didn't continue. It sold off. And I posed the question. I said, well, why do you think it sold off? As a matter of fact, I posed the question, why did it sell off? And I told you why. But I forecasted that it's going to probably, well, not probably, it's definitely going to go back up, right? So as you get into the fundamentals of trading and not just technical analysis, just really quickly, technical analysis is essentially what's going on day to day, right? So I'm looking at price action, I'm looking at moving averages, indicators, so on and so forth. Fundamentals is actually what the original term or the original investor would do, right? So they would look at the fundamentals of the company. So their P&L statement, their balance sheet, their cash flow, looking at every aspect of their business, looking at the market, really getting into the weeds, right? So that's something that a Warren Buffett may do. But for me and for all day traders, we're not interested in the fundamentals. These are short term market moves, right? So that's all within one day. So the income of a company, the balance sheet, their assets, their liabilities, their market, their competitors, those things do not matter in the span of one day. Long term, for your pension, your 401k, definitely, but short term, in one day, it doesn't matter. So yesterday I said that Uber will go back up based on fundamental analysis because I knew that Uber's gonna use the synergies between those two companies to actually become a better company. Now, usually mergers don't always work out that way, but I felt like they were gonna do that. So, actually, matter of fact, I can just actually just roll the video from yesterday. All right, so this is from yesterday, July 6th. Now, when the market opened, the stock comes crashing down. And you may wonder, well, why is the stock going down when it just released this great news? What usually happens is this sell off is people cashing in, right? So if you were holding a stock yesterday and you bought for either $30 or less, then the stock moves up basically $3.50 more. When you can sell, you're gonna sell, right? So that's what happened. People are probably just cashing in and making sure that they take their profit. And then once those people kind of exit the market, if you will, then we have a slight bump up. So what I expect to happen is that this is going to rise in the next few days because that's really good news. And I read an article earlier about this that said that they're going to have $2 billion of synergies in the coming months from combining those two companies. So I mean, I look forward to the new Uber. All right, so I'll stop it there. So, as you heard me say yesterday, I did expect Uber to go back up. I'm bullish on the stock, meaning I wanted to go back up. And so let's look at actually what happened. All right, so let's look at yesterday's sell off. So it started selling off here at 33.12, right? Hit a low of 31.80. Well, look what happened today. So the market, settled. Those that were holding, looking to cash in, they've already left the market. And now look what happens, right? We have a great increase. Gets a high of 33.56 today. And I'm forecasting it's probably going to still continue to go up, right? So there are analysts way smarter than me that have way more time to get into the fundamentals of Uber as a company. And so those analysts, say at Bank of America, Merrill Lynch, Goldman Sachs, BlackRock, so they'll go in and analyze the fundamentals of the company. But I'm pretty sure they're going to raise the guidance for this company. So, but just really quickly want to share that with you. And if you're not subscribed on YouTube, please do so. Also like the video if you find value and share it with your family and friends. All right, last topic, AMD gave us a wonderful trade today. Let's get into that. If I can type. There we go. All right. So as you know, we trade AMD pretty often. It gives us great volume and really just smooth trades. Very predictable. So here, as you know, this light gray area here is the pre-market, and so actually the move tried to go without us. I don't appreciate that, AMD. I need you to make money for me. So as you can see, these two bars here are pre-market. It tried to go a little bit early, and I get it, but we're able to jump in, route this up. We have a slight pullback here, but it does not fall below the 9 EMA. Gets a nice bounce. And as you can see here from these three bottom tail candles, those definitely the bulls were definitely in control, and so we're long on the stock. Another rise up, and at that point, it's really you get two nice ride, what we call bull flags. And as you can see, so here is the kind of flag pole, and then here's the flag, right? If you can imagine that. And if I zoom out into the 5 minute, that actually may make it look a little bit easier. Okay, so here's your flagpole, here's your flag, here's your flagpole, here's your flag. So there we go. So yeah, really easy trade. Nothing too difficult about it. AMD, like I said, it's a very reliable. I mean, for the most part, some days it does give you a little, it tries to fight with you a little bit, but for the most part, AMD is a reliable source in the market. So thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it. Like I said before, if you found value, share it, like it, subscribe on YouTube. Craw Institute is definitely on the way. So my wife and I are busy trying to build this curriculum, and I think you're really going to find a lot of value in this video series that's coming up. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. I sincerely appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.